crazy. Sarah, can you hear me? Well, I'm recording it, so I'm responding to the Facebook comment. That's hilarious. Sarah, can you respond on the comments if you can hear me talking to you? You can either respond in the Google Plus comments or on the Facebook one. All right. Let's see here. Okay, great. All right, then I'm going to get started. And we'll see if anyone else needs any help and they pop in here, then I'll be happy to do that. So right now, Sarah, I'm going to try and help you get your SumoMe connected to your WordPress site. And I think I kind of remember doing this myself, and I think I also had problems with the plugin, which is what I'm assuming you tried to do. And with WordPress, there actually is a benefit to trying to not have that many plugins on your site. A lot of plugins can bog things down. So when there's an option to add code to the header or footer area, that's what I always try to do. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm assuming that you have a WordPress.org site, meaning it's your own custom domain and you can add plugins. Is that correct? Can you just say yes or no in the chat? All right, there must be a little delay. So if you just Google SumoMe, and then I think I Googled, let's see what I Googled. Instructions for, I Googled SumoMe code to header. That's what I put in the Google chat box or Google search box. And the first thing that popped up is instructions for installing SumoMe. So you click on that, and I don't know how it just gives you this, I guess it's just generic to everybody, but you just, the page that pops up, it's sumome.com/instructions, and it gives you this script code. And once you click on it, then it just automatically copies to your clipboard. So then, now that you have the script, and it says here, copy and paste the following into the head of your HTML. So depending on what theme you have, I don't know what you're using yet. So I'm going to see if you updated the chat. Okay, you saw that code. All right, so can you quickly reply what theme you use for your site? Okay, because sometimes, the reason why I'm asking this is because sometimes a theme comes pre-populated in WordPress. That's fine. It's sometimes a theme comes pre-populated in WordPress with the ability to add header text. Blue chick. Okay, I don't know what that is. In your back end. So I'm just going to see here. I'm going to go over to blue chick. All right, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find that information for you that quickly. But in your back end of your WordPress, okay, you might have an area that's called blue chick theme option. So I use a theme called Genesis, and here's where I'm kind of hovering over. When I load the theme, it kind of comes with a Genesis theme options area. And so I'm just going to go to theme settings. And you're going to try and find this within your back end of your WordPress site. Go to theme settings, and try and find an area where it's gives you open text area for header and footer scripts. So you're going to want to look for that. If your theme does not come with that functionality, you can add a plugin to add header text. So I would research that with Bluecheck first and see if it comes with the ability to add header text in the back end. But all you do is take that text that you copied from the SumoMe and place it in the header script area. So if I was to add it here, I would go to the end of whatever script I have, hit this button, hit return, give a few lines, and paste that code in there. Then then it's HTML script, or I think it's HTML. But that script will now connect you to SumoMe. So then when you go on your homepage, and you guys will get a little sneak peek of the site that I use for my projects. So this is one of my websites. When you have that code, then when you hover over to your right-hand side, this little blue area is going to pop up. And this is the SumoMe sort of plugin. So then you click on the crown, because that's what SumoMe is, that's their menu. And then you're going to open, well, I think you have to choose what you want from the SumoMe store. So I think the only option you'll see is the SumoMe store option. You're going to click that. And before all this, you'll probably have to log in and create an account if you don't have one already. But then you're going to want to select from the SumoMe store List Builder. So this is for the pop-up. Now, I already have it installed, so it's gonna look slightly different, but it's pretty intuitive when you get in there. You should be able to see an option to add List Builder. And there's a free and a paid version. The free totally works. The only thing you can't do with the free is make it look super duper pretty, adding your own custom graphics and whatnot. But for the sake of this challenge, I would just say choose the free version, and then what you can do is customize the colors that you use. So I'm going to go back to List Builder, and so then it tries to get you to upgrade, but I'm just going to say, or just continue with the free List Builder, because that's what I use. Continue. Now here's on the side here, you're just going to start designing your pop-up, and here is so the first thing you want to do is connect it to your email service provider. So actually, this is showing any of the email opt-ins that I've had when I had this active. But what you want to do is go down to services. So I think, Sarah, you said you use MailChimp. You're going to go down to services, and then it's going to be super duper easy as soon as it loads, if it wants to. There you go. It just prompts you to click on your service provider. So if you use MailChimp, click on MailChimp, and then it'll walk you through how to integrate it with your MailChimp account. And here are all the other integrations that SumoMe works with. And it should be pretty quick. It should just be like a 1-2 click. The APIs are connected. So then once you connect that, go to your design. And here's where things get started. So it kind of populates a very basic default design color scheme. There are different, so these are all the free ones that you can choose. And like, you can choose space. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't. I guess that's an upgrade. So it'll tell you which ones you can and can't use. Let's see if all these are. Yeah, so I think default is pretty much the only free one that you can use. And it's fine. You just can change the colors down here. So change the background color, this button color, the text color. For the sake of this, this challenge, just use the free one. It's totally fine. Just make it fit in with your color scheme. And you put in your text here, the size, play around with it. It kind of shows you what the example looks like. And just make sure you put your copy in. You know, in the ideal world, in the guides, we say it's great to include a visual cue for your lead magnet. So if you have like a PDF guide you're delivering, I know Oksana, you're working on your style guide. You know, in an ideal world, you would have an image of that to show when the pop-up comes up. But if you have to pay for that now and you're just really trying to get things kind of situated, upgrade to that paid version once you kind of get the lay of the land and once things are going. So I would just start with the free version. You can change the field. So every time you do something that's going to prompt you to save it, so I want their email address. You just make sure that these fields are all the way that you want. Behavior, this is an important one. So when do you want this pop-up to open? And I'm just going to check and make sure I'm not missing any crucial questions. Hold on. All right, are you guys still with me? Sarah, are you still with me? Just put yes in the Facebook comment. Anyway, so now we are at behavior, and this is going to be when you want your pop-up to show. So, okay, I did all that. I see the little logo, but when I try to sign in to SumoMe, it does nothing. Okay. All right. So you see the blue, you're seeing the blue on the side of your website, that blue box. This might be something that, Sarah, that you want to contact SumoMe support with. They're pretty responsive. Anytime I've ever had to email them, they get back to me pretty quickly. If you're seeing the blue box that I showed you on your website, but it's not allowing you to log in, maybe you want to make sure, maybe it's something to do with your account not connecting to your username. You know, that's something to ask them about. But if you got that far, if you've seen that, then it should work. So as long as you log in. So yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you on that one. I would ask SumoMe support about that. But once you're in behavior, here's where you're going to want to set how often you are showing your pop-up. So do you want visitors to see your pop-up every single time they visit your site? Or do you want to kind of give them a break after they've been around for a little bit? So okay, so anyway, you can set different settings here. And here's another important part, your success redirect URL. So once someone logs in, or I'm sorry, once someone opts into your lead magnet on your pop-up, where do you want them to go? Do you want them to go to a thank you page? Do you want to send them directly to their lead magnet that you're giving them? So that's where you put that in there. And let's see. So there's a lot of different settings. Play around with everything. You're not going to break it. Display rules, so you can make sure that it's doesn't show up on a certain part of your website. So here's where you do that. A/B tests, I think, are only part of the Pro plan. So, but once you are upgraded to Pro, then you can do testing there. And you can add tracking pixels and whatnot as well. So that's pretty much it. So the main thing is you're going to want to make sure that this works, connect your SumoMe account, connect with SumoMe support if you're still having trouble. When you want to connect so the main thing is you want to make sure that you are connecting your pop-up to your email service provider. So I think I missed this step. When you select MailChimp and you have the API connect you to your MailChimp account, then it's going to ask you what list you want to connect your pop-up to. So make sure that you have a list already set up within your MailChimp account or Aweber or whatever you use for your lead magnet. And then kind of that's how it's going to, the two of them are going to connect. So that's the key piece of when someone opts in for your lead magnet from your pop-up, how they're going to connect, how you're going to connect them to your email service provider. And either once they're connected to your email list, either you can send them your lead magnet from your list as an autoresponder sequence. So it could be the first email that you send as they join that list. Or like I said, you can also set it so your success redirect URL takes them to a thank you page or takes them directly to that lead magnet. So there's a couple different ways to do that. So I hope this was helpful. I want to make sure that you guys are supported with the tech stuff this week. So tag me tomorrow if you want a walkthrough on lead pages or a landing page, or if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to do this again. But hope this was helpful. Okay, thanks. Bye.